Welcome to Studio Sketch. Hey Sagittarius, this is your December 2022 reading, tarot reading. Also have some oracle cards out here. All right, let's see what we got. So, it looks like what you guys have been doing is doing a bit of detoxing of relationships, friendships, relationships, things like that. It looks like you're laying down the burden of trying to make others happy, of trying to show people that you're worthy. You're no longer hiding. This is all great, okay? It's fantastic for Sagittarius to be able to do this. However, there is an imbalance in it right now, at least for December. So it may be that you start doing this and then you give up because it becomes painful. The memories from the past become painful, or you get distracted or whatever. But try and finish what you start in this realm with almost like detoxing the pain, because I feel like it's going to be really helpful for you moving forward. You don't want to be in this waiting stage anymore. Like, you want to be fresh, new start. And it just said visualizations. So visualizing is going to help with creating a new, like, mental pictures, with creating new goals, with getting past this, like, I want to say it's a little bit of a stuck period. Part of this is amazing, like, where it's like, Sag is no longer interested in, like, making people happy. Like, they're no longer trying to satisfy other people's need for whatever, you know. So I feel like a lot of times Sagittarius like fits themselves into whatever they feel other people want them to be, and it never works. It never works. It never works for anybody, but Sagittarius in particular never works for, because there is so much that Saggies like come in this life with, you know. There's so much like knowledge and like past history and past life stuff that Sagittarius usually come into this life with, that there's no way for them to really the only reason that Sagittarius does this is because they don't feel like they can fit in anywhere. So they usually pick a person and try and make themselves like that perfect person for whoever they pick, you know. And like I said, it just never works. It always ends up in some kind of like resentment on Saggie's part, and the other person usually doesn't even know, because they're doing it all on their own without even letting anybody else know what's going on. I don't even think most of the time Sagittarius even understands that they're doing this. But instead of like being honest and truthful about what they need, they don't do that automatically. That's not something Sagittarius actually feel like they can do. So yes, they speak their mind and they're hurtful, but the thing is, Sagittarius is hurtful when they hurt, you know what I mean? And that's the truest of most Sagittarius. Like, their mouths, you know, people talk about like Scorpios being very sharp and everything. Sagittarius, I think, is probably one of the most sharp signs I've encountered, because when Sagittarius feels like they have tried to manipulate themselves into somebody's ideal and it doesn't work, that's when that nasty I'll tell you about yourself kind of feeling comes out. So anyway, so savings, you guys should be saving. I'm not even sure why. It just keeps telling me savings. I think I have 3 cards out here about saving your money. Let's see. Why should Sagittarius save their money? Oh, there's going to be a change. Could be a change in your job. Oh, cards flying. Yeah, it looks like a change in your job, and it might end up in like less money. You receive less money for this next job. If you're changing jobs, you might not get as much, and so it would be helpful if you save money now. Visualization, like I said, is going to be really important right now. Like, take a mental picture of your goals, try and put yourself in there, try to make a little movie of yourself, having everything you want. Make it very simple though. Simple and to the point. Make sure and finish what you start also. Try and block out all distractions. Love came up towards the end of this reading. None of this had to do with love prior to the couple cards I just pulled, but it did show some love. But I kind of am getting this feeling that it's not love from another person. I think it's actually self-love that we're talking about here. And I think it's a matter of finding the balance between, I guess it's the balance between releasing the burdens of trying to manipulate yourself into what other people want, and then feeling that, I want to say feeling, and then the other side of it, which is feeling the, I guess, the need to do that, so it's like that freedom to be able to do what you want. You have to find the balance between the two. The freedom to do whatever you want and be whoever you want, and the fitting in, and being part of society the way you want to. So there's got to be a middle ground here where you find somewhere that you actually are exactly who you are. In all situations, by the way, you feel good in your skin, and you also feel part of reality. You also feel part of society, and you feel like you have given. You know what I mean? You've given to society, because I think that's an important thing for Sagittarius too. They feel like they have to give towards the greater good. So I think there's a balance to be struck here, and I feel like that's part of getting to that is choosing healthy relationships and friendships, and also finishing what you start. So if you start something, any kind of project with somebody, try and finish it out. If you start doing this deep dive into yourself, try and get to the point where you feel good about it at the end, because I think that's part of what hangs up Sagittarius right now, is that they will start something and will kind of leave it out in the ethers to be finished, and it comes back as hurt, it comes back as pain, it comes back as resentment, so try and finish what you start. And also save, like I said, save. There's something about saving that is really prominent here. So maybe there's a reason for that. Yeah. And like I said, there's something about love at the end. And I think that is about self-love and loving who you are and the things that you have to give to this world. Let me see if there's anything else. I mean, you may be moving. That's why you need to save. You might have to move. I mean, I don't think that's a lot of you guys, but I do see the like moving card or the change of address card came out. So yeah, that could be why you're needing to save, because I was curious about that. So you also could be changing jobs. Maybe it could be job too. Maybe you're losing your job, or your job is changing in some way, and it would be nice to have savings. So okay, Sagittarius, I think that's about it for me. Have a good December. I'll talk to you later. Bye.